Welcome on into another video. This one's going to be super important because we're going to talk about how to create a bare bones listing. These come in handy for a variety of reasons, but the most important being once you have this listing up, you can judge whether Amazon has any restrictions on your listing. If you have certain keywords that you type in with this test bare bones listing that Amazon deems unacceptable, they will restrict your listing, but it's okay because you haven't already purchased inventory. So this is a test to make sure your listing will survive. And also you're going to need a basic listing created so that we can go ahead and make a shipping plan. And later in this course, we'll talk about optimizing this. But the first thing we need to do in order to set up your bare bones listing is to hover over the inventory tab and come down and press add a product. Now this is an updated video because Amazon's changed their platform up a little bit, and I just wanted to make sure you guys knew how to do this with the new format. So we're going to go ahead and press I'm adding a product not sold on Amazon, and it's going to take you to this page right here where we're going to go select your product's category. Now, if you don't know what category to choose, it's actually really easy. Now, we're going to go look at one of our top competitors, and I've taken the liberty of just kind of looking up our example here of a posture corrector, just running the Helium 10 Chrome extension, and we can go ahead and see, well, this person's making 74,000 sales a month, and there's their listing. So I'm just gonna go ahead and open that in a new tab. And then now that we're on their listing, we can come down and see exactly what category they're selling and ranking in. So right down in the product details page here, we're gonna see where it says #1 in back braces, and they are in health and household here. Number 94 in health and household and #1 in back braces. So let's just go back to our product identifier search here. I'm not going through all the browse features here. I'm just gonna go type right down here the category where these top competitors are ranking. So back braces, and that's the subcategory within health and household. So we're going to go ahead and just look through here. We see a whole bunch of different categories, and we're going to go ahead and find back braces, which is also located in the health and household major brand node there. So you can see there's back braces in sports and outdoors, in industrial and scientific, other main categories, but we notice health and household is the one where these guys are getting the most sales and the most ranking. So I'm just going to go and select that category now. So if you've made it to this page where you can input information, you're already on a great path, because if you're getting into a product that requires more certifications, sometimes Amazon will say, hey, before you even get into writing information about your listing, you need to show us invoices and other documentation in order to set up a listing. So again, that's why it's important to set up that bare bones listing so we can see if there's any other restrictions right away that Amazon's giving us. If you can make it this far without any restrictions, then you know that you can go ahead and create a new listing. So I'm just going to go ahead and start with a very simple title here, and I'm just going to say posture corrector. And like I said, we're going to get into making a more robust and optimized listing here in the later modules, but right now we just want to get something that's going to be up and running. Also, I want to note that every category is going to have a little different layout here. You can see we're in the health and household category, but if you're in the toys and games category, it's going to give you a little bit different things that you have to put in there. So don't mind that, and just fill out whatever is highlighted here with a asterisk next to it and is highlighted in red. You'll know that's what we need to do before we move any further. So for the brand name, I'm just going to go ahead and type in a simple brand called Great Posture, and then we'll actually come down to the manufacturer section and use the same brand name as the manufacturer. And then down where it says unit count, you can just put in that you're selling one, and then the unit count type is just going to say 1 unit. So that's all you need to do this far. And you can actually hover over the little question marks here, and it will give you more information on what each of these lines that you need to fill out are. At this point, it comes up and says all we have to do now is come to the offer tab, where I'm going to put in my price, and I'll just say $24.99. That's kind of similar to what other people were selling it at, and that's fine right now. So the seller SKU is just a unique identifier for your information only, and if you don't make up a little code word for your own product, Amazon will give you a random SKU, and it's just going to look like a bunch of crazy random letters. So instead of that, you might as well come and make it up for your own product here. So I'm just going to say posture 101. We have the condition set to new. We have my price, and always make sure that you come down and say Amazon will ship and provide customer service for these items. That means you are qualifying for prime shipping to customers. We're shipping inventory in Amazon's warehouses, where then they're going to ship it out to our customers. We're not doing any of the shipping and all that stuff ourselves. We're having Amazon handle that. Now I can see there is still one more error that it's telling us before we can move any further. So when I come down to vital info here, it says the unit count type is invalid. We can delete that, and it looks like we can use one of these. Now this doesn't matter too much at all, but if it doesn't work when you put in unit, just type in the word count, and that's just gonna make sense to Amazon, letting them know every time you make a sale, it's gonna be 1 unit counted as a sale. So that's fine there. Now we still have one other problem, and this is what I'm going to cover in the next video. And I'm super excited about bringing this update to you because instead of having to put in a UPC code, which would normally require you to go spend some money, and honestly, if you came to the certified GS1 website where you're supposed to get real authentic UPC barcodes, you're spending almost $250 and annually $50 to renew these barcodes, but we're only selling on Amazon. We're not selling on Walmart where you might have an everyday product that has that little barcode on the bottom. You don't need that on your Amazon product because it's just sold on their website and going straight to the customer. If you're selling in a brick and mortar store and your product is out in regular retail markets, that's when you're going to need to actually get a GS1 barcode. There is also a website called barcodesmania.com where you can buy individual barcodes for as low as $5. And in the past, I've recommended people to go to eBay to get these, but it's just no longer really working. It works for me and some of my other friends, but in other cases, it doesn't work for people. So the best way to go about filling out this product ID section is by getting a GTIN exemption through Amazon, which is totally free. And that's what I'm going to show you how to get right in the next video.